Greetings, fellow gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
And I'm Count Jackula.
And today we're going to talk about an insanely dumb but fun horror movie from Shudder, another Shudder exclusive, called Deadtectives, which is a very over-the-top, very, I don't know what to call it, but campy.
It's super campy, yeah.
Super campy, cheesy, fun, supernatural ghost story, kind of in the vein of like Grave Encounters, in that much like Grave Encounters, it's kind of parodying those ghost shows.
Yeah, it feels like what it is it's a horror movie about a paranormal investigator show, which there are a lot of those. But it's got this kind of Shaun of the Dead twist to it.
Yes.
Which is that it's a comedy.
Unlike Grave Encounters, it is not a found footage movie, though. It's more like a movie about people that do that kind of stuff than actual found footage.
How to put it? It's a movie about a bunch of people who are making a found footage movie.
Kind of a good way to put it. Basically, their show is on their last legs. They are... the producer basically says that, well, if we want to do something, we need something big. So they end up with this argument with the producer about going down to Mexico and filming a big climactic episode. And they're already dealing with a lot of shit as a group because some members of their group do not want to continue faking this ghost shit.
Yeah, because it's like... You see the
ethical dilemma.
There's not only is there's an ethical dilemma, there's a come the fuck on dilemma.
Yeah.
You know, everything that like could happen, all the way down from, man, are we hurting people, to, man, this show is fucking bullshit. I don't know why you want to still do this.
To not only like we used to care about debunking shit.
Yeah.
We used to care about the truth.
It used to be a debunking show that is now just one of those, like, over-the-top, oh my god, the haunting is real, Sci-Fi Channel kind of thing.
It's like you started off with Mythbusters and ended up with Ghost Encounters. Like, what the shit?
Yeah.
So basically, they're going down for this one last hurrah to do this one last show where they're going to fake everything with a new hotshot young producer. But it turns out the house in Mexico they go to is haunted as all fuck, and things go wrong.
Yep.
And I gotta say, I enjoyed this movie. It's a really fun horror comedy. It's not like the greatest movie you'll ever fucking see on the face of the planet. The acting's really cheesy and over the top, and most people are yelling for half the movie when they talk.
Yeah, this is kind of the definition of a modern B movie.
Yeah, 100%. But it's funny when it wants to be. It's got some cool effects when it wants to be, and some really bad effects sometimes. But that's
yeah. Well, hence B movie.
Hence B movie. And you actually find yourself emotionally invested in the characters by the end of it, despite them all being assholes at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Everyone in this movie's a prick.
Like, unlike Grave Encounters, where they're assholes, they stay assholes, and you don't really care about them by the end, and you just kind of want to see what fucked up shit happens to them. In this movie, by the end of it, you actually do care about them, even though they start off as assholes. So
yeah,
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't know if this is like some other Shudder movies where they just bought it and decided to release it. This one felt like Shudder itself might have made it.
Well, yeah, because it's not a very high budget flick.
If I'm wrong about that, feel free to correct me below, because it might have just been another movie they picked up. But like, it's a lot of fun. It's everything it says on the tin. Deadtectives.
Yeah, Deadtectives. they find ghosts so you don't have to. You know, like. Oh God. Okay.
I will say this: it's not quite as over the top as what's that movie we saw recently? It was also on Shudder.
Necrotronic.
Necrotronic. It's not quite
as over the top as Necrotronic.
It's not quite there, but it is pretty over the top.
Yeah, but it's in that same sort of vein of like, what stupid thing.
I would definitely put them on the same shelf of B movies together.
Oh yeah. One of the good things about this movie is there's not really a lot to spoil, because this is one of those movies where the plot, you as the audience member figure out what is happening pretty much immediately.
And they also pretty much tell you right away, like, the history of the house they give you is the history when you go into it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like there's a big twist of like, oh no, it was this guy killing people the whole time. Like, it's...
Yeah. No, this is a comedy, and the whole idea is all right, how do these idiots get out of this?
Yes.
You know, it's about as complicated as a fucking Scooby-Doo episode.
That's the thing. You know what this movie feels like? It feels like an episode of a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yes.
Like there's even a character who has like crazy gadgets back in the car that they can use that will save the day.
Yeah. It does remind me of, it did remind me of like Filmation Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You know, we were just like, what the fuck is happening?
You know, the main characters kind of have like a Ninja Turtles feel to their dynamics, so it's like
one of the characters becomes a ghost in the course of the movie, and that's how you find out how the ghost world works, which is him fucking around trying to figure everything out.
And I love it. It's kind of got like almost like a American Werewolf in London vibe, like with the ghost guy showing up and like talking. But they have to use certain technologies to actually see him. So like the dude who's like, ghosts are real and my technology can actually see them, he actually gets to prove that it's true because he actually gets to use it in this instance.
Yeah. Oh my God. The scene where the fucking guy who gets killed has to use his own body to write messages on the fucking wall is hilarious.
And it's a nice little parody of the Help Me scene from Hellbound.
Hellbound, yeah. Yeah, it is. But of course, like, it's done stupid.
It's done stupid.
And so you're like, oh my God.
So if you can't tell, we thoroughly fucking recommend this movie. And I guess we'll move on to the spoilers now. I don't know what to spoil, but we'll spoil something.
We're moving on to the second half of the review, whatever that's going to be. Yeah, I don't know what you can spoil. It's like, oh my God, the ghosts are real. Like,
I mean, I can talk some more about some of the shit that happens that I thought was really cool. One of the plot threads in the movie that I actually really like is the guy who turns into a ghost first. He himself is Mexican and can speak Spanish. So he actually becomes a point of contact between the ghosts of the house and the Deadtectives.
Yeah. Because the ghost only speaks Spanish. He speaks both Spanish and English, but only one living version of the Deadtectives can hear him.
Yeah.
So you're having to play this, so they're constantly playing this stupid game of telephone.
And it creates this like funny lost in translation, like miscommunications and stuff. But what I also like about it is that it like he ends up as a ghost befriending some of the other victims of the killer ghost.
Yeah.
Because like they inhabit the house, so like there's like this there's the ghost's wife and kids that are still there. So he ends up having to befriend them. Like some of the spooky shit that was happening earlier on in the movie, like balls rolling down hallways where the kid's trying to get people's attention.
Yeah.
Basically to warn them of the other ghost. So he actually has to like help them communicate with everyone. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I also like that there some of the like they do this thing where you can't leave the house because it does that spatial anomaly thing.
Yes.
And after a while, at first they're super fucking freaked out, but like after a while they're just sort of like, hey, let's go again.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they also figure out like, oh, if we go through that window, we'll pop up at this side of the house. So if we want to trap the ghost, we should do this.
Yeah, exactly. Like they totally video game logic it, you know? They're like, oh, I get it. It's like a puzzle room. Got it.
Like it ultimately culminates in like the ghost guy having to like stab or is it the other? I forget who. Like, there's a weird thing at the end where they have to stab the ghost with like one of his weapons or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you end up with this really happy cheesy ending where like the kids in the house get to go to heaven and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The dude at the end who became a ghost, he had an opportunity to go to heaven, but he didn't realize that he was dead and that was heaven.
Yeah.
So at the end, he like is hoping he can go back to heaven, but he can't. So he ends up getting stuck on Earth with the Deadtectives, and they end up using him to hunt ghosts. Because by the end of the movie, they basically become the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters with a TV show by the end of it.
Yes. Yeah. So, like, when I said it reminded me of Filmation Ghostbusters,
100%.
It 100% kind of is. The only thing they didn't have was the monkey.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they should have had a monkey.
Yeah. And a talking car. I mean, come on. And a hot chick from the future.
They did have the hot chick producer chick who was a complete,
That's true.
Who was a complete bitch the whole time, and so you don't feel bad when she dies. Oh, yeah, I also like that at a certain point they find out that the ghost can kill ghosts, so there's a little bit of frighteners in there.
Yes.
Where the ghost can actually kill the ghost for good. So they just cease to exist. So like there's actual attention for even the ghost guy at that point.
Yep. So of course they had to make that character like super bitchy because you have to make sure nobody gives a shit.
Well, at the beginning of this movie, everyone's super bitchy, and over the course of the movie, they slowly start to prove themselves as human beings. Like, the only one who's really likable at the beginning of the movie is the girlfriend / original producer of the show, who's the one who's, like, emotionally conflicted with everything, ethically conflicted with what's going on. And she pretty much stays the same, though by the end of it, she's more, like, gung-ho with the action than she was.
It basically comes down to... The funny thing is that she makes some of the worst... They did a good job because even though she's the most likable character, she ends up, like, making some of the worst decisions.
Yeah.
So like she's still on the level of these idiots.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, another thing I really liked about this movie, I really liked the fucking like I don't know what to call him. He was like the old pirate special effects guy.
Oh, dude. Dude.
He's like that guy from sailor movies who, like, you get on the boat and he's like, "Arr, mateys, you've never sailed the seas before."
Yeah, for some reason, like, their special effects guy just looks and acts like a pirate.
No idea
It's
why.
like dodgeball. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
And he's one of the first people to actually die, and they all think that like he's in on it or whatever. But then it turns out no, he was just a grumpy old man because his child died, and so he got to be
his kid died, and so he's just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna live around explosives the rest of my life.
So when he dies, he ends up going to heaven and being reunited with his family, and you're like,
"Aw, yeah."
Like, this movie's just cheesy fun. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon. I don't know what else to say. Like,
yeah. This is this is one of those. This is one of those things where if they wanted to do a sequel, I would totally watch it.
Oh, this movie is totally ripe for that. This is totally ripe for that. And like, if they just keep the same level of dumb, I'm in.
Oh yeah. I think that next time they should do like Blair Witch or something. Yeah, they're out in the fucking woods.
I'm down with that. Down with that. Like explore the Bermuda Triangle or something.
Ooh, alien kidnapping.
Yeah.
Alien abduction next time. There we go.
I'm totally down. All right, so where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Deadtectives out of this world. Or maybe, they could
hire him, guys. He's got the ideas.
Yeah. Oh man. Or sorry, no. Deadtectives, UFO, unidentified fucking object. You know, like, but put an asterisk with the U. All right. You can find me on Twitch most days at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I definitely stream every Sunday and every Thursday. So definitely check out then. And if you want to see whether I am streaming that day, follow me on Twitter. Everything is /count_Jackula on both those platforms. Go.
Y'all know me, I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me at the Horror Guru on Twitter, on Twitch, on Facebook. Just look up the Horror Guru or Blood Splattered Cinema, and I'll be there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've seen Deadtectives, let us know below what you thought of Deadtectives, and give us your pitch for a Deadtective sequel if you saw the movie and liked it. Let us know.
Bigfoot.
Hell yeah.
Bigfoot.
Hell yeah.
Loch Ness Monster. Look, this can fucking go on for 10 years. 50 sequels. 50 sequels, Morty. 50 fucking sequels.
And be sure to ring that notification bell so that you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And if you would like to help out our work more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you go the Patreon route, even $1 a month can go a long way. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, I have finally finished all the vlogs in this recording session, so I'm going to go rest my voice and eat something. Peace out.